I'm going to show you some shoes that are good and how to check them yourself shoe to shoe. Like the left shoe may be okay in that shoe box that you pull out or that the shoe salesman gives you or that you order on the internet. Left shoe may be okay. The right one may not be okay. You have to check both shoes and you need to check them for certain important conditions in that shoe, because I'm making these videos because people have orthopedic problems. I'm showing this video about the shoes because I noticed that if I'm not helping someone and they have to come in more than a couple times and I haven't fixed them, and they've got a lower extremity problem especially, if I do the detective work on their shoes, I may find it's the shoes that may not have even caused it, but they're keeping them from getting well, because what's under your feet determine how you use your muscles up to the base of your skulls and your jaw. When you check out foam density is along here, and you push your thumb into the bottom, not in here, but you push it in here. The firmer it is to your touch, the higher quality is, the density is there more, and it's going to absorb shock better than if it was soft like a pillow. Just like if you were sitting on a soft couch that felt so good, but if you sat on it every day, you start to have back problems. That's why in sports cars, people like to spend a lot of time in cars. They have a very firm seat, helps your back. Feet need the same thing. Then another thing you look for in a shoe is this heel cup or heel counter. Up here, soft is fine. All you need is the very bottom, and it's not down here on the insole. It's right where your heel is fitting in the very bottom of the shoe. Up here, soft is fine, but it should be nice and firm here. And when I'm squeezing as hard as I can, it's not moving. It's a really good heel counter. So the other part of shoe anatomy is, where does it bend? This is called the shoe last. This comes from the bottom of the shoe. And a shoe last used to be, for years, until we started making them overseas, something that was also consistent. That is no longer consistent in a shoe, from shoe to shoe and left shoe to right shoe, coming from the same pair. So, to test if a shoe is bending right, you want to grab the heel this way, and you want to take your other hand and push straight in, because you're walking forward. You push it straight in. When you push it straight in, sometimes it'll twist, which means it's twisting your foot when you're walking forward. Sometimes it'll bend all the way back to the heel, and sometimes it'll actually bend in the one place it's supposed to bend, which is where your foot bends. I'm trying to get the shoe to bend where the foot bends. But anyway, it bends about right here. Where the ball of your foot is, that is where you bend. That's the only place your foot bends. Your foot doesn't bend backwards at the arch. When it's being pulled on that way, it's pulling your arch down, your heel down, contributing to plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, neuromas, etc. The shoe last is very important. So when you're walking in it, it's helping to facilitate normal function, or it's weakening you as you walk. So I'm taking this shoe, I'm holding it here, I'm putting my palm there, I'm going straight in. So here I am pushing a little bit, and someone will walk in and go, "Look, Dr. North, I found a shoe, it bends perfect." And I said, remember that when you're walking and you only weigh 100 pounds, it's 300 pounds pressure on one foot. So it's got to be able to hold up. I mean, this is only 10 pounds pressure, and this shoe is buckling all the way back to the heel. You don't want that. The other problem with getting analyzed on the machines in the stores is that they don't ask you if you already have an orthotic that's already helping your pronation. And it's already in your shoes. So when you get on the machine, they say, "Oh, you're pronating, you're in your bare feet, your socks, oh, you're really pronating." They sell you a shoe that does this, and you already had an arch support that was already lifting you, and then it's doing a double correction, which then is going to also cause problems because they didn't ask you if you already had that pronation corrected and not give you a shoe that does it to you twice.